Hello everyone, welcome back to another Dokkan battle video. It's me Naruto here, and today we're going to be taking a look at EZA AGL Blue Evolution Vegeta. Yes, his EZA is finally out on both JP and Global at the same time, which is very exciting. So there's a lot really to cover about him. Let's hop right into it. So his leader skill is now Pure Saiyan's Key 3 and 170% to stats across the board. Before his EZA, it was only 130% to HP. No, it was 130% to attack, right? So the attack is bumped up, and that really is a huge help, especially in this meta with 200% leader skills. Pure Saiyan is still a very good roster and very good team. So I'm very glad to see this is bumped up that way. His super attack effect, he now does raise attack and defense for one turn, cause immense damage and greatly lowers defense. He did not previously have that 30% raise for one turn, which is definitely a very powerful ability. His passive skill, he now gets 150% attack and 100% defense at the start of turn. He launches 2 additional attacks, each of which have a rare chance of becoming a super attack, and defense plus 20% with each attack he performs, up to 100%. So along with that, he does evolve when conditions are met, right? Basically the same thing as before. So his attack and defense went up a pretty good amount. He gained a rare chance to super on each of his additional attacks. He did not have that before, and although it's only a 15% chance, I think that you could still see that relatively often, considering that there's 2 attacks guaranteed every single turn, right? Along with that, that extra defense plus 20% up to 100% builds up much faster than it did previously, right? So in the past, it was, I believe, well, if you take a look here, in the past, he did only build up to 70% with 7% each, so that was 10 attacks. Now they basically cut that into 6 attacks, which, considering he attacks, no, it's only 5 attacks he needs to get, which they cut it in half, and considering he attacks basically 3 times, you're guaranteed to get at least 60% extra multiplicative defense, and on top of that, you're very likely to get the 4th additional. So I think that's a really good design for him. He does have a 40% chance to evolve from the 4th turn from the start of battle. Now, while inconsistent, it used to be 30%, so that 10% chance can definitely make a difference here. So Blue Evolution Vegeta here, his super attack effect doesn't really change. All he gains is the massively lowering defense, which is not really an impressive or important ability, but I guess it's cool, right? For like if you're running some counter units, right? It's something, right? He gains now 150% attack and defense at the starter turn, and then he gets an additional defense plus 100% when he performs a super attack. He launches 2 additional attacks, and each of which have a rare chance of becoming a super attack, still the same 15%. And then he gets a chance to perform a critical hit plus 10% with each attack performed, up to 70%. Now again, I believe before his EZA, he did only have... No, it is the same crit chance. Okay, I thought I built up a little slower, but no. So his defense is going to look very incredible once he super attacks, but it doesn't stack up at the start of turn like before super attacking. So again, you could argue that his defense is better before transforming than after transforming, but he will hit a lot harder, especially with those critical hits and the additionals coming into play. So my build for him, I had this level 5 defense equip here, just because I feel like giving him the extra defense is nice. Then I have a level 4 crit for silver, and then the EX Galore level 4 crit, and 300 extra attack. So he's at 20 crit right here, 11 additional, and then the 3 dodge, of course, which I feel like is a pretty solid build for him. His links are Super Saiyan, Warrior Gods, Prodigies, Royal Lineage, Prepared for Battle, Tournament of Power, and Fierce Battle. So yeah, he's on a bunch of category teams. There's like 14 teams. I'm sorry, I'm not going to name them all really, but I'm going to name a few that I feel like really stand out. Beyond Super Saiyan, Mastered Evolution, and well, not Mastered Evolution, my bad. Beyond Super Saiyan, he's on Gifted Warriors and the Vegeta's Family team, so he's on that 200% leader skill team. Universe Survival Saga, Pure Saiyan, so those are just a couple of teams I want to list out. Representatives, Universe 7 are also very good, but yeah, he's basically pretty much good in all his teams. He has no restrictions, he just really needs to build up and get going, so yeah, his stats there are pretty impressive, by the way. 14k defense right here, not even a really full true defensive build for him. 18.4k attack. Definitely not the highest for EZA2R, but I think he can still do some pretty impressive damage. So first we're going to just show him off on his own leader skill, just the Pure Saiyans team. Kind of have like Tournament of Power theme-ish around there. S-Tier Super Vegeta and the Goku Saiyan Saga Version Z. That's a pretty big name for him thrown onto there. I think he could look very impressive with those units and this build specifically. And it's important to show the Pure Saiyans team at the very least with how powerful the roster is. Next, we're going to go to the God events. This is going to be type disadvantage for him, actually. We're going to go against a Techie God of Destruction. See his defense, and if it really builds up fast enough for at least stat events. This is going to be under the 200% leader skill, so I'm sure he will do just fine. But I think it'll be good to see him build up and what he could do, you know. And then, probably going to still do this if necessary. This is not going to be the God event, of course. This is going to be a longer event. This is going to be us building him up, trying to get his full defense maybe, and possibly seeing his, you know, full performance when he's Blue Evolution. This is probably going to be against the GT Legendary Goku event. There's a bunch of support going around, activating. I think the best rotation will be this guy, then this guy, because he will get all 7 links in the middle and have 40% support, which will look obviously very good for him. So that's pretty much the builds we have here. Let's go ahead and move on to the first team, which is Pure Saiyans, and get a general glimpse at him, right? Alright, we are here on the Pure Saiyans category team. So right here, I could really get everything active except for, yeah, okay, I think I'll do this. I can get everything active except for Tournament of Power, which would be good. Not Tournament of Power, that's Godly Power. No, that's Warrior Gods. I always get confused between the two, okay. So they're starting with 160k defense, basically, with the 30% support. I wouldn't say, like, if we're looking at that starter turn defense, 160k defense is bad. But you have to keep in mind, he gets 20% multiplicative defense with each attack he performs. So that's going to be a pure 20%. So essentially, if he gets at least 3 attacks off, which is guaranteed to get 3 attacks every turn, so this is a difficult content event, he's going to get 60% of this. So essentially, he'll be well over 200k defense once he does get those attacks in. But let's see what his offense is. Again, he has most of his links active here. This is going to be how he looks really on the Pure Saiyans team. I feel like, you know, in a super battle world situation, you may not have the support floating around, but you could have him linked with STR Super Vegeta. Again, him and STR Super Vegeta link pretty well. STR Super Vegeta is pretty good for the super battle world stages. So let's see. 4.19 million. Not the greatest. However, again, he does have 2 attacks coming after that, and then they could be super attacks. If they end up being super attacks, then essentially he does get an 8 million attack stat, right? And that is when it's starting to look pretty pog. I want to avoid doing damage, but I feel like Kel and Khalifa are just gonna wipe the floor here, so that is a little unfortunate, but that's fine. I'm almost certain Kel and Khalifa are going to kill, because we're facing a Pure Saiyan enemy, so they are going to get a double super attack, and things will end well for Goku, that's for sure. So another thing is, next time we're going to see at least one of his defense stacks activated. He won't have all the same links active, but he doesn't really gain too much defense from links, right? If you take a look at his links, you know, the only link that really gives him defense is Prepared for Battle, and then Tournament of Power, which do give a total of 12% attack and defense, and he will still have those 2 active here. So while he's not going to hit as hard, we'll see a similar defense situation that he had last turn. This time he will have Warrior Gods active, so it's an additional attack link that he was missing out. That is 15% attack link in total. Yeah, his defense went up from 160k to 190k. That's a huge jump from just only 1 attack. He built up really quickly. Let's see him get more attacks. I'm sure he will get more and more attacks in this rotation, simply because we do have a lot more HP, and again, this Goku is not really gonna do too much damage to Namek Goku right here. Okay, Vegeta. Okay, dude, can you not? I hate you. Oh my goodness. Of course. Right, definitely. Yeah, 4 million still. Let's see. I want to see what one of those additionals do. Oh, that's pretty difficult. I mean, just seeing an overall look at him, I think he's definitely very strong for short events. Although we didn't see really the additional attacks, I think that's fine. I more so wanted to also just show off the leader skill and the HP we have, you know, stuff like that. I think he does very much work as a Pure Saiyans leader, just because he has, like, Prepared for Battle, for instance, Tournament of Power. There's a lot of strong Tournament of Power Saiyans still walking around still. You know, Super Saiyan, just the general basic link package. Really good for a leader like this, so I'm very impressed. And extra, like, just 170% cross stats, very good. Now let's move on to a 200% team though, because I want to see the stat jump and how really impressive he will look on a true team, right? Alright, we are here in the God event. So this boss does lower defense, and he does lower it pretty considerably, so we got to be careful here. Now under 200% leader skill, we are getting everything active except for Tournament of Power and Warrior of Gods. He's starting off at 164k defense, which considering we have way less support and, you know, the strength is only getting 15% compared to the 30%, and he still has a higher defensive stat. I think it's looking pretty good for him. So let's grab these, let's get this with you, and then let's get this with you. Again, the hopes will be that GT Vegeta gets super attacked, but I know this guy can super twice in a turn. He's still a very dangerous boss, right? Definitely don't want to tread easy here, but I feel like now I could really go into some of these hard, difficult stages under this 200% leader skills for showcase settings. And I think it's important to show how well he does here. So finally we can see him get more than one attack, right? 4.4 million attacks, that's pretty nice. Then there is the additional super attack. Keep in mind, with every single one of these, he does raise his defense by 30% for one turn. So that's 975k on a normal. So he had 2 super attacks there, taking double digits already. How much does it take from a type disadvantage defense lowering super here? He survived. he survived, dude. That's insane. He ate that low key. Wow. That's very impressive in my opinion. That definitely is very, very impressive. To be able to survive this guy's super attack. Do you guys remember how hard this guy hits? He hits incredibly hard. He does a lot of damage. Like don't get it twisted, dude. He does a ton of damage. And again, we only had 15% support there. Next time we're gonna have, keep in mind we only have 50% support, and a lot of his defense wasn't even built up. Well, no. He still had an initial 20% defense he could have gone, right? Mod Vegeta is gonna eat this up as well, dude. Yeah, okay. Good job. Right? Dude, you blew that looked good in my opinion. I think that looked very, very impressive. Now, again, it's possible, are we gonna even see him transform? I don't even know if we're gonna get to turn 4. Well, with this guy not really doing much, then yeah, that makes sense, right? One good thing about him being against type disadvantage as well is when he transforms specifically, he does, again, gain that crit chance to build up. So that'll be very important for him. Though I would say the best build for him is probably going full crit anyways. So his defense is lowered here. Whoa. Dude, his defense is lowered. And it's still over 300k? What? That's so crazy. What? His defense is lowered. That's absurd. That's pretty good. Wow. Okay. Oh yeah, I healed up anyways, but yeah, this Vegeta dude, they made him cracked, dude. Oh yeah, they made him crazy, and I'm here for it, man. Let's see what kind of numbers he puts up here. So this time we have the full 40% support. So he is definitely going to hit pretty hard. Yeah, look, even GT Vegeta after he super attacks takes all that damage. So the fact that this Vegeta survived that is very incredible. 4.7 million. And then 835k normal attacks is fine. Again, he could possibly get another super attack. He did not. Still double digits after having his defense lowered, man. I mean, what else do I have to say? I think he's just really proving his point here. So next time we're going to have no support. I think that's also going to be a very important thing to show. No support. We'll get this here. We'll get this with you. Blue Evolution Vegeta. I was waiting for that Blue Evolution Vegeta his showcase. I was waiting specifically for this AGL Blue Vegeta to come out to show him on a 200% lead team. You will see a little glimpse of him here, but I think that really next to the Blue Evolution, the AGL one, will really, really push this guy to his limits, right? Although this won't be a showcase focus on him necessarily, I think when we have next to the Blue Evolution Vegeta on the next actual, team we're going to show off, he will definitely look good. So next turn, hopefully he doesn't transform, but if he does, I'll be fine with it. But I want to see his full maxed out defense without support next turn. I think that's going to be very important to see. Okay, so he does evolve again. That's a 40% chance here. at least we'll see what he looks like without support. And I think after this turn, I'll move on and we'll go to the longer event and kind of see how he looks there. So again, his defense will drop here to 183k, but he gets 150% attack and defense on super attack. And then on top of that, he also has the 30% attacking defense on his super attack effects. So keep in mind, the 30% goes in first, then it's the 100%, my apologies, that goes in after. So he super attacks. He's like, say, around like 220k defense after his supers. Then the additional 100% defense kicks in, and he's 440k defense based on that situation because of how that works. This is no support. He's missing Tournament of Power, which gives him 7% defense. I mean, I'm not sure if there's any more you could really ask for him in this situation. Like, this is a transformation you can get to send turn 4. This is very minimalistic for him, is what I would say. Although he does have all these links, you know, obviously you're going to run this Majin Vegeta on the team. You're going to run this GT Super Saiyan Vegeta on the team. They are premium units. They're very powerful units that you would run in this situation. And yeah, I mean, I'm kind of shocked, honestly. Like, not necessarily like completely shocked. I saw private showcase videos of him, but I think it's just always a difference using him and seeing it, right? It's always a major difference. So again, he does start building up his critical hit chances right here. Those rare chances not kicking in, unfortunately. Again, but we see he had a 4 million attack stat. I would say the one thing is that it's fine, his attack stats, because again, he does gain up to the 70% chance to crit. You want to build him with crit, and he does have the chance to get the additional. It's a 5 dodge coming in clutch, by the way. I could use his active skill. I will use Majin Vegeta's active skill. Then I'll skip ahead, just because it's too good not to use, right? If you get the opportunity to use this, you have to use it. Hey, post recording Minato here. It seems like the audio was very scuffed, so unfortunately, it's literally unbearable to hear. I will not be playing this audio, unfortunately. I'll make sure to get it fixed for next time. Plenty of opportunities to show Majin Vegeta's active skill. And yeah. Alright, we are here, and we're looking pretty good with terms of links. Again, this guy's links are very, very common. I'll get this just to make room as a super with you, and then we'll go ahead and grab this. So we do have, again, most of his links active, everything but prepared for battle and tournament of power. He's starting off at 140k defense. Again, that starting defense is not great, but he builds up, from what I see, really, really quickly. So we'll see the difference between this turn and then the next turn in terms of his defense. Please don't additional. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Yeah, we will 100% see the difference clearly as day, without any defense lowering shenanigans, no extra support or anything changes like that. We will be able to get the turn on power link, but I'll try and take that away, right? So it's just not necessarily activated. So he does get 4 attacks. Again, 4 attacks is the max he can get during the turn. So with him, with those 4 attacks, we'll see basically most of his passive active without supports. And it'll be his pure defensive stat, which I feel like will be very high again. We saw his defense stat, like, literally last fight. He was like, actually, this is crazy. I can't believe it. Honestly, that his defense was that high. 330k without, like, his full defense. It was lowered. Again, I don't know how much that God of Destruction boss lowers your defense by. For all I know, it could have been a very low amount, but I still think that's worth noting, obviously. I do not think we will kill this turn, which is okay. It's perfectly fine with me if we don't end up killing. No, I think this Vegeta should finish off the job. I would assume so. Maybe he's gonna be barely alive. Yeah, he's barely alive. Oh no, we're good. Okay, perfect. We're gonna have all the HP to play with next turn. Really, really good. Okay, and let's see. So his defense right here should be the same. Yeah, because we didn't get World Lineage only gives attack. 251k defense. So that went up literally 110k defense. And then you have to keep in mind that because of how it works, that he gets, again, the extra 30% super attack. And then if you put him right here and get all his links active, 280k. Look at the difference, by the way. like Tournament of Power and Prepared for Battle, giving him that all that like 10% defense with things that matters. 280k defense, man. Woo! That is so crazy. Ideally I want to keep Blue Vegeta with him. We'll do this, I think. Super Saiyan and Warrior Gods. No, I want to do this. I want to see his full linkage. Link level 10. Null support. 180%. Not 180%. 200% leader skill team. God Vegeta is so good. I wish either his guard was permanent or I wish he had Prepared for Battle as well. It is unfortunate. Though the Prodigy's Links is fine and it's getting better, honestly. Prepared for Battle would be so much more helpful. Okay, let's see what you got here. So 4.63 million here. And then he does another attack. And that did become a super attack. So essentially, he did what? Almost a 10 million attack stat. What is that, like 9 Well, he basically did a 10 million attack stat now with that. This Goku lowers your defense, huh? That's annoying. Definitely is annoying. But he took double digits from that. Which I definitely will take the double digits at the very least. Yeah. Some of these bosses can lower your defense, but obviously he ate that again. Just like he ate that, he just survived that Tech Auto Destruction, man. That is still wild to me, because type disadvantage, those bosses can still hit you hard, even on a 200% leader skill, especially if they're lower defense. I said that like 5 times already, guys, but come on, you have to know that's impressive. Okay, and I'll keep these two together, right? We'll just kind of have them kind of chilling here. I'm gonna grab this here. So next thing we'll see support. Defensively it won't really mean much, but offensively it'll definitely make a difference. I at least want to see one more rotation of the actual just the blue Vegeta before he transforms. So let's hope it doesn't proc. If it does proc again, it is what it is, but I would hope that it doesn't. Okay, it didn't proc. Perfect. Okay, I want to see him at least offensively, right? Defensively, it's unfortunate. Yeah, his defense definitely was lowered there. But we saw most of his defense last turn again. 280k without support is very, very strong. Now, hopefully, maybe we'll see one more rotation with him not transforming right, and then we'll see his actual defense. After this, I'll skip the turns that he's not on, and we'll just kind of show the turns he is on, just to get that full effect there, right? Hopefully this guy doesn't really kill or anything. No, he shouldn't. Okay. Again, he's looking pretty solid offensively. I'm never looking at his like defense or stats or anything like that. Again, a lot of situations we'll see him like this when I do his actual showcase itself, but he's definitely going crazy. People cannot feel like always underrated this guy specifically, but it's whatever. This is not really about him, so I'm not really gonna delve too much into that. What do you hear here? Yeah, 5 million, man. He could technically he can quad super. There is the second super attack, another 5 million. Okay. Yeah. What do I just have to say? Very, very impressive. I'll skip ahead. Alright, he did end up transforming here, which is definitely fine with me, right? So here we'll get everything except for Warrior Gods, which is fine. Actually, yeah, you have Godly Power, not Warrior Gods. A little weird. I'm a little scared that he will kill, so I'm gonna do this. Because I feel like a lot of times you may not see Super Saiyan active, unfortunately, due to this, so I guess it'll be good to see that attacks that without Super Saiyans. We are still getting supports. His defense here is 222k. Wow, that's before the 30%, and then that's before that also the 100% he gets. So his defense, probably reaching 500k, I would say. No, his defense is like easily over 500k, and then he's gonna start building up the critical hits. That's a 20% chance to crit now. That's a 30% chance crit. Double supers, hitting 9 million attacks. That's overall because he did basically like 2.5 millions. And yeah, pretty good, pretty good. Okay, this time we have him without support. We do have him with Super Saiyan active. He does jump down to still 200k defense, which is, again, not terrible, because his defense will basically be still hovering around 500k post super attack, right? I like that a lot. I ideally want him to see him eat a super attack. I think that would be very good to see him eat a super. I don't think this guy would kill. I think Goku has a little too much HP for him to kill, even if he gets like triple crit, and especially with that right there. Dang, that sucks. He's super dead right there. This guy's gonna eat that, by the way. Obviously, right? Yep. So 4.25, no supports. Let's see you get them additional super attacks, buddy. Let's see you. Okay, there's normals. I would say that's one thing with him. Offensively, it's a hit or miss. If you get the double supers, you're like, oh my god, he's so amazing. What? And if you don't get the double supers, it's like his offense is fine, right? It was like 4.2 million attack stat, and then followed by like 700k attack stat normals. If you get crits on them, sure. I think the crits definitely add a lot to his damage, but I wouldn't say I'm like mind blown by that or anything, right? It really depends on if he gets all the additional super attacks or not. Which again, if he does end up getting all those additional super attacks, then he starts really going crazy. I am going to do the Dokkan attacker, and we're just gonna get rid of this phase. I'll show this the last rotation again. It'll be basically his max out rotation once he's transformed. He will have 40% support, all of his links active, and hopefully we see multiple super attacks. I believe his like critical hit chance passive should pretty much be fully built up at this point. I'm pretty sure he's done 7 attacks already, so that's going to be good. So basically, he will have a 70% chance to crit at this point. Even then, like, if we get to like a 4 million attacks with like a 50% chance to crit, I definitely think that's pretty solid. Okay, buddy, let's see how you do and how you fare here. So, actually, we will not get Warrior Gods. That is unfortunate, not getting Warrior Gods, because that is a 15% attack link, but that's fine. I mean, what could you do in some situations? There's not really a support unit that has Warrior Gods and Super Saiyans, I believe, right? So at least at the top of my head on this team, I mean, I could double check to see, right? Like, Warrior Gods support unit, right? There's like the blue Goku with the full Armor Gods category rotation, but he only gives like 20% attack, so it probably won't even be as much as this Vegeta, right? There's not really any other Warrior God support units, so that's fine. That's fine, right? Okay. You are at, again, 226k defense here. Very, very impressive. We'll get this with you, and then we'll have Blue Evolution get this, and we'll kind of wrap things up from there. So yeah, that is AGL Blue Evolution Vegeta. I think he looked very impressive, especially defensively. I think he's looked pretty strong considering that he got multiple super attack. And, you know, I would say on top of that, his critical hit chance allows him to do pretty good damage offensively. Like, look, 5 million attacks right there with a 70% chance to crit. And then he could potentially do 3 more, right? There's a second attack. There's the third attack, which was another super attack. Again, with each of these super attacks, he does raise 30% attack and defense on a super attack effect. So, again, right there, he did 10 million attack stat, 7%, no, probably like 10.8 million attacks or something. 70% chance to crit throughout those, and, you know, 500k defense, right? I think he looks very good for this meta, and again, he doesn't have any restrictions. You really just put him on the team. There's a lot of links he shares with many of these other Vegeta units, and you just go. So I love this Blue Evolution Vegeta's design. His link set is incredible. The amount of teams he impacts. I'm sure he'll be a very impactful EZA for many players' accounts. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you all for watching, and of course, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.